Hello. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah.
Welcome back, my Avid anime addicts. Welcome back to another episode of
Anime Bunseki.
Of course, I'm your girl Saya.
I'm Slow.
What's up? And this is Butter.
We are back with another episode of No Shawotai,
Otherwise known as Fire Force. Remember to follow along our episode review for Fire Force in our neatly organized playlist.
Fire Force Episode 5. Let's go!
What's up?
The episode begins with Iris having a flashback of her younger days at the nunnery as she kneels, soaking wet, in front of a fountain, water running down her.
You do know Iris is only 16, right?
Wait, what?
FBI, open up!
Quick, Spotter! Hide!
What's up? Sigh. So, Iris recalls her younger days at the nunnery, and it's revealed that Princess Hibana was actually a nun back in the day with Iris.
That would explain the intense stare down in the previous episode. Shino is training, and while jogging, he notices Iris, who was still reflecting on her past. Shino steps back for a double take, and I mean, can you blame him?
Only 16.
Right. Shino stepped back to check on Iris, noticing a sad look on her face.
This caused a brief awkward moment when Iris noticed Shinra oogling her as she was a bit exposed. Shinra apologized for peeking and expressed concern for Iris.
The next scene brings us to the roof. Captain Obi, whose training regime has moved from intense to outright crazy, was having a meeting with the entire team. Obi reveals that after their confrontation with the Fifth Company, he planned to investigate them and it might result in a fight.
Hinawa further explains the situation, or at least tries to, as the other members were completely distracted with Arthur's shenanigans and other idle chatter. Hinawa pulls out his gun to quell the chatter, and Shinra commented, saying he shouldn't be doing that as a joke. Hinawa replied by shooting Shinra in the leg.
Jesus! I knew Hinawa was crazy.
Calm down. Using his second generation abilities, Hinawa can manipulate the explosion of gunpowder as bullets are fired in some interesting ways so he can make his shots weaker or stronger. He had hit Shinra with a non-lethal shot. Hinawa starts lecturing Arthur and Shinra, saying training starts now and he's going to work the hell out of them. The team would be going up against third and second generation pykinetics, which would not be the typical infernal battle.
After the meeting, the training began, and we see Maki tutoring Arthur as Shinra and Hinawa stand on the sidelines. Shinra expresses his disgust at the ill treatment of civilians by the Fifth Company, asking Hinawa about Princess Hibana. The lieutenant stated that Hibana mysteriously rose to captain status by illegally researching on infernals and selling her data to Hajima Industries. The 8th Company would be investigating this data and would be using force if needed to get it, stressing that Shinra and Arthur had a vital role to play in the upcoming battle.
We're briefly brought to the 5th Company's complex, which is a much better building than the 8th Company. We see Princess Hibana torturing the captured Infernal, going full jigsaw mode.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, she was enjoying that way too much. Even her own teammates were getting creeped out.
Back at the 8th Company, Iris is praying in the cathedral As Shinra, lying in bed, reflects on Iris, he is discussing with Arthur on the bottom bunk about what could possibly be bothering Iris when they're interrupted by Maki, who almost overheard them slandering her. Maki asked if anyone had seen Iris. She had mysteriously disappeared from the building.
Alone in the night, we see Iris heading to the base of the 5th Company, asking to see Princess Hibana. Iris confronts Hibana about her corrupt and illegal research. Hibana responds in a fit of rage, burning off most of Iris's clothes, as she gives a speech so dark it would make Thanos proud. Disrespecting nuns, Hibana has abandoned religion, believing that no god walks the earth, only devils. Wow! Is she auditioning for the next DC supervillain?
Hibana plans to hold Iris captive and use her to lure the 8th Company so she can eliminate them before they pose a threat. But the 8th Company was way ahead of her. Conflict explodes immediately as Shinra lands on the 5th Company's complex, followed by Arthur cutting an entrance for the matchbox.
Maki is worried that they might be acting too rashly, but Hinawa brushes it off, saying with the shady research the 5th Company has going on, they can't file any reports. The squad arrives, well, minus Captain Obi. The lieutenant orders both Shinra and Arthur to go after Iris, while he and Maki handles everyone else. This is where the fun starts.
Hinawa starts sniping and quickly mows down the resistance in a shower of bullets. Well, non-lethal shots, of course, clearing a path for the boys to infiltrate. Arthur, chasing after Shinra, is confronted by this cone-head-looking guy, a scientist from the 5th Company who manipulated and modified the captured Infernal, increasing its power. Arthur is trying to pose and act all cool, but, well, he's not the sharpest pencil in the box.
Toru Kishiri from the 5th Company, who's hiding like a punk, tries to sneak attack Hinawa and Maki from a distance using his bubblegum. He creates bubbles that explode with frightening power once they pop. Hinawa and Maki are forced to take cover as Maki manages to pinpoint the attacker's location. And that was all Hinawa needed to make me question everything I thought I knew about physics. He curved bullets in mid-air, shot around corners, ricocheting them off the ground, walls, and roof, all hitting the target.
What? What the
Pyrokinesis.
Immediately, Lieutenant Hinawa and Maki are confronted by the 5th Angels 3. Back with Arthur, Conehead brags about his powerful modifications on the Infernal as it shoots a high concentration of fire at Arthur, who is forced to dodge. The Infernal seems to have the upper hand on Arthur, pushing him back. At the same time, we see Hibana being informed of the attack and orders her company to destroy the 8th.
Arthur is being overwhelmed and insulted by Conehead and the Infernal for being weak. And then plot twist, Arthur realizes that he's been wielding his sword with his left hand, and he is actually right-handed.
Oh my god, Arthur is so dumb.
After switching to his right hand, Arthur goes serious series and effortlessly slays the Infernal in one punch. I mean, one slash.
Now that's just lazy writing.
Hinawa and Maki make short work of the 5th Angels 3 and discover that there are more than just 3 of them.
Hinawa stated that while Shinra and Arthur dash around, they'd be searching through the 5th Company's documents. Shinra arrives at Hibana's castle, where Iris is held captive, and the episode ends.
Be sure to check back with us next week, guys, for another episode. And remember, it doesn't have to end here. Continue discussing on Twitter with us, or consider checking out our Patreon page.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it to the end, why not leave a like and subscribe? Please comment and let us know if you enjoyed this and what other anime is currently on your watch list. All our links are in the description. Until next time, guys!
Pusa? Pusa?